listings that we're going to be featuring today. Today we'll be featuring a recently remodeled chic 2-bedroom, 2.5-bath condo in Arlington. We'll also be featuring a 2-level duplex with 2 1-bedroom, 1-bath, fully renovated units in Trinidad. And lastly, we'll be featuring a stunning 4-bedroom, 3 full-bath, 2 half-bath home in the Peaceful Park Knolls section of Tacoma Park. Awesome. So as you can see, we have 3 really, really great listings for you. My guest realtors, I'm Karen Ringo, a realtor with Compass in the DMV area. And my guest realtors today are Katie Bocock of Compass Chevy Chase. We also have with us Philip Martin of Long & Foster, and he's with Long & Foster in Capitol Hill. And lastly, we have Shoshana Tanner of the Shoshana and Tanner Company at Compass. So let's bring in our guests and let's get started. And we have one more. Let's get Shoshana in. She's coming, guys. I promise you she's coming. All right, here she is. All right, how's it going? Happy Friday.
Yes, happy Friday.
Now, I can't hear you guys. I don't know if I have you muted. Let's have you, Kate. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
And I can't hear you. So I'm just going to refresh to make sure that.
Oh, dear. Host has joined the broadcast. Shoshana, can you hear me?
Okay, awesome.
I can hear all of you.
Okay, great. All right, happy Friday. We're starting again. How's it going?
How's it going? How are you?
Good. So how was the week? The last 2 weeks we've been talking about how spring market has started. Everybody's getting busy. Everybody's getting phone calls. How was the week in real estate this week? Katie, let's start with you.
I've had 4 people call me who live in Tacoma Park looking for rentals who are improving their houses because apparently when people move to Tacoma Park, they never leave. So that's what's been going on for me. And I had 2 closings this week and 2 next week and new listings getting ready. I mean, the inventory is getting better, but it's still a seller's market.
Nice. And Shoshana, how was your week?
It's bananas. Still bananas. Most of the listings that, I'm working with buyers as well as sellers. And, on the buyer side, it's still incredibly competitive. I mean, people doing all kinds of crazy stuff that, we never would have imagined. And I feel really uncomfortable with personally. I mean, it seems ridiculous that you have people, buying $1 million home and not doing an inspection, waiving appraisal, competing with, 30 to 50 different offers in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my firstborn child. Do you want a puppy? All of these like really interesting things. I mean, what's great is that people are being really creative and doing things, as a means of trying to stand out amongst all of these other, competing buyers. But it's nuts.
It is nuts.
Yeah.
Phil, how was your week?
Listen, much like Shoshana, I'm just blown away by what people are doing. I had an agent tell me this week, we have 20 offers in hand, and if yours includes an inspection, don't bother.
Don't bother.
Yeah. Let me help you save some time. Don't bother.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually
never mind the numbers.
Yeah.
Just don't put an inspection in.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I will say, on the listing side, we're getting spoiled, especially with single family homes and townhouses. Now, I will say condos, it's a little bit different market. So I don't want everyone to think, I have a condo, it's just going to go out with 40 offers. Condos, it's a different market. But
it really is almost like a 2-tier market in a way. I mean, you definitely see a lot of people that are leaving, a condo type environment. Either they want more space or they don't want to be surrounded by other people or have to use an elevator. I think, you know, if you do have a condo that has maybe outdoor space, a patio, a balcony, that tends to alleviate some of the concerns. But yeah, it really is, you know, two distinct markets.
Right, exactly. Well, I'm excited to share these 3 listings that we have that Katie and Shoshana and Phil have brought to you guys today. We have something in Maryland, we have something in Virginia, and we have one in DC. So we're definitely representing the DMV today. So we're going to start today with Phil. Phil has a duplex in Trinidad, and they've been renovated, and I can't wait for him to share that. And then next we'll go with Shoshana, and then last week we'll end with Katie in Maryland. So we're going to go from DC to Arlington to Tacoma Park. Okay, let's get started. We're going to put us all in the waiting room, and then Phil, you're going to have the floor.
Great. All right, Karen, thank you for having me. So this is 1240 Sims. Sims Place is in Trinidad, very, very hot Trinidad. This is the exterior of the building. It's a duplex. There is a top and a bottom. They are not side to side, although the doors would make you think that. These are 2 completely separately metered units that were renovated 3 years ago. They are ready to go. Central air in both. And Sims Place, for those who are not familiar, is 1 block. It runs parallel to Mount Olivet Road. So you're 1 block off of sort of the main drag. And this is a one-way street. So there's less hustle and bustle because it is one way. And again, this is the front shot showing where they've actually put the wall in. You'll see a lot of properties on this street that don't have the retaining wall, so the yard just sort of slopes down, but this one actually has a retaining wall. This is the upstairs unit. The upstairs unit features the island. That is the one difference between the 2. And this is sort of the kitchen view of the upstairs unit. And again, both units fully renovated in 2018. HVAC, hot water heater, appliances, everything. And they are vacant and ready to go, completely vacant. And this is, again, the upstairs unit looking at the bedroom, which is on the front. You've got a closet there. You've got another storage closet, sort of off the kitchen. There is a washer and dryer hookup in each unit. And this is the bathroom in the upstairs unit, again, fully renovated, ready to go. Another shot of the bathroom upstairs. Really great units. This is the lower level unit, looking out the front of the lower level unit. And again, the difference between the 2, the upper level has the island, this one does not. And this is looking back towards the kitchen area of the lower unit. And then there's also a bedroom down this hallway. And this is the bedroom of the lower level unit looking back in towards the kitchen. Again, washer dryer hookup in each unit, separately metered. There is a backyard, a shared backyard, and there's a shot of that. And again, fully vacant and ready to go. And that is 1240 Sims.
Nice job, Phil. We're going to pull in everybody so we can talk about your listing. Yeah, so they were really great. I was wondering initially when I was looking at the pictures, I didn't realize that one was on top of the other. So
yeah.
That they were, because you see the doors, they look like
visually it's confusing visually because the doors are side to side. And most of the units on that block are set up that way. There are a couple of units that folks have sort of blocked off one door, made it sort of a window. And then obviously internally, they've just combined the stairwell so you can just move freely. But most of these are set up as A and a B.
Okay. And then how many, because I noticed that they were connected, how many units are?
I think there's probably I'd say about 8 to 10 units side to side on that one side of the street. And then on the other side of the street, you've got some, I guess, more apartment style or quadruplexes, if you will, on the other side.
Okay.
And like I said, this is one block off of Mount Olivet, so it runs parallel to that. So you were definitely in the heart of Trinidad here.
Nice. Now, it was interesting too. One of the bedrooms, you had written on there that it was a living room, but it entered, I could see the kitchen. So is there a living room that's separate from the kitchen? Or
no, so in the upstairs unit, your kitchen and your living area are sort of combined. And then there is a separate bedroom with a door that you can close and just sort of be in the bedroom. On the lower level, the living area is on the front when you walk in, and then off the kitchen, there's a bedroom that has a door that you can say, I'm definitely closing the door, I'm in the bedroom. So a little bit of a trade-off between the two. And I think the island in the upper unit definitely gives it a different feel than the lower unit.
Nice, but they're definitely both the same size, correct?
Yes.
Are they priced the same way, Phil?
Well, it's the prices for the whole building. So
okay.
Yeah, so it's a duplex. You're getting 2 units for the asking price.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So great. It could be a great investment for someone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Live in one, rent the other, or as an investor, if you want to rent them both, whatever, it's a very strategic location. You're not far off New York Avenue. You're close to the Arboretum. You're close to the H Street corridor. Obviously close to some commuting ways to get you downtown DC. It's a pretty convenient location.
Phil, I have a question.
Sure.
What would one of those rent for?
The most recent rent was for the lower unit was $1,700.
Okay.
Right.
Nice. Okay.
And are there any restrictions against maybe someone doing like an Airbnb or something like that?
Other than what DC's rules would be for Airbnb,
Okay.
but no restrictions in terms of an HOA or a condo or anything like that. These are separately owned units. So there's no community association regulating what you do with the B&B. It would strictly be whatever the DC government says.
Awesome. Okay. And then what about parking? Is it just street parking?
Street parking, right. These do not have the rear access. There is a yard, but it's not been set up for parking. And
then what's the square footage of each unit?
1,100 square feet.
Okay. Nice. Right. Okay. And then you said that they were recently renovated 2 years ago?
2018.
2018. Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, Phil, thank you. Now, does anyone have any other questions for Phil before we move to our next listing?
I have a quick one. Have you considered trying some simple staging?
No, I haven't. The owner felt that, hey, let's just show these like they are, and let's see if we can, the owner actually thought, but it's certainly something that would help.
I think it would help.
It would help give people a sense of, okay, here's what you could do with this,
Indeed, and also, maybe just staging one of them and leaving the other one blank.
Right.
To give them a feel for it. Sometimes buyers have a really hard time imagining how they would set up a space.
Right.
And they have a sort of mental block. Are you hosting open houses or?
We have not done an open house for this yet. We have not done one yet. But I think that it's probably time to start thinking about it. And from what I've heard from colleagues, open houses now, it's like the lines are down the block.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Phil, I was just going to suggest, in line with what Katie said, maybe considering doing some virtual staging. And you'll see some examples of for the listing that we're going to be featuring next.
Okay.
I actually did virtual staging for that.
Okay. Yeah.
And I have people that I'm happy to pass on.
That'd be great. Thank you.
It's relatively inexpensive, and I think they do a really nice job.
Okay, sure.
Awesome.
So, segue.
Segue to Shoshana. So you guys, Shoshana has the great, thank you, Phil, so much. Those are awesome. So guys, look into it. If you're looking for some type of investment, your first investment, this could be actually a good deal for you. So we're going to go right into Shoshana. Shoshana has the awesome condo that's located in Arlington. So you guys are going to see this really nice chic condo that's in Arlington. And she also, like she said, she has the virtual staging. So I put it in some orders where you have the virtual first, and then you'll be able to see the actual size of the room as she talks about it. Okay, so let's put us all in the waiting room. And Shoshana, you have the floor.
Hi. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me. This is a really awesome, it is a condo, but in actuality, it's really more like a townhome because it's 3 levels, and it does have a private entrance with garage parking. So you can literally park your car and go straight into your home. And then it also has a separate patio that has a private entrance as well. So here's the exterior. The address is 1418 North Road Street. It's Unit B115, and it's in the courthouse area in Arlington. It's very central. It's sort of sandwiched in between Clarendon and Roslyn and Ballston, a walking distance to a lot of really great restaurants, shops, shopping, etc. And this is the little courtyard. So what we're seeing now is the lobby. So this is the main entrance to the building. And this was actually recently renovated. You can see it's magnificent. I mean, really an elegant space. They got all new furniture, the wallpaper, lighting. It's a really attractive entrance with, the ceiling. I don't even know how high those ceilings are. Okay, so now we're back to the lobby. Okay, so this shot here, this is the entrance from the garage parking spot. So basically you come in to the left of the stairs directly you park your car, walk in, and then there's this little mudroom area. And this is a custom built-in alpha shelving system that my clients recently did to basically create a nice mudroom area for storage. So you walk in on that level, and then you walk up the stairs, and then you enter, and this is the main living area here. Now, this was recently renovated. I mean, literally, they just finished it in January. Beautiful new flooring, paint. You can see the kitchen is just stunning, very modern, sleek finishes. It has sort of a matte black granite countertop, stainless steel Bosch appliances, the hood, the shelving. I mean, everything is very contemporary. The lighting is fairly expensive as well. So wide plank wood flooring. And again, all of this was recently done, just a couple months ago. So you can see when we were talking about Phil and some in his listing and potentially doing some virtual staging, this is all virtual staging. So all of those things on the shelving and the shelving area and the bar and the artwork, this is the unstaged. Still beautiful, but obviously you can see how people may actually use some of the features there. But really nice stainless steel appliances, higher end, gas top cooking, and really nice countertops. Again, they're a matte black, so it doesn't show a lot of stains or anything. It's not like that shiny black. I personally don't like it, but it's just really attractive. So here you can see you have bar seating, and you can also accommodate a dining table. This is the front entrance. So if you were to come in from the building, then this would be the door that you would come in from. Again, all of this is virtually staged. This is it's an open floor plan. So you have a living dining room area. And so great for entertaining when we start entertaining again. But even, living in the space, it's a huge room that you really could do so much with, very functional. And then just check out those windows. I mean, like so much light, you don't even have to have a light on, although there is recessed lighting, which was added. That amazing light fixture is from, I think, West Elm or Crate and Barrel. We did an open house and everybody was asking about it. It's super cool. And then to the left in that shot, you can see that there's the entrance to the patio area. So you can literally just walk out and head out to the patio. So if you're having a barbecue or something, you can just, there it is. Lots of light with those windows again. And, it's a really nice little courtyard as well. So this is a powder room on the main level. Very convenient, super clean and chic. So this is the front room. So as you walk into the unit, the kitchen would be on the left, or on the right rather. And then this room is on the left. This is actually a pantry. Those doors have custom shelving behind them. But that's a really sizable room. So it would make the perfect, home office. You could make it a gym, whatever you want to do with it. It's probably, if I look at the floor plan, I think it's 9 by 10. So it's a pretty big room. So again, easy to convert that into an office, and check out that beautiful view down the stairs. So again, even though this is a condo, it definitely lives more like a townhome. That's the top view. Here we have the owner's suite, which all of this is virtual staging. Those woven blinds are there. So that's the actual shot of the room. And you can see very crisp white paint, which seems to be popular these days, lighter oak flooring, and then this beautiful barn door that leads you into an enormous walk-in closet and owner's bath, which here we go with the owner's bath. So all of that was redone recently. New vanity, lighting, tile, everything was redone, and beautiful contemporary finishes. So I think it looks really, really nice. And then here we have some storage space that is, again, a virtually staged little shelving area. So you can see you have plenty of storage as well. And here is the walk-in closet. This is like my space. I would have, all my stuff in there. It's just really, really nice. And again, you have that barn door on the other side. So you can totally close it off, and it still makes a very attractive looking entrance. This is the second bedroom on the same level. This room is also virtually staged. The woven blinds are there, and lots of light, really nice with the recessed lighting as well. And the same wood flooring that's wide plank that runs throughout the house. And here's another view. This is the hall bath, equally nice. Similar tones and fixtures to what we have in the owner's suite. Really beautifully done. Now this is the hallway, so you have upper level laundry, which is very convenient. You don't have to schlep stuff down all the way to the basement. So very convenient. Now here we have on that door, this is the garage area. So you have your private garage space, and you just walk right into that door. And that's that mudroom area that we first saw. So very convenient. It is, again, you don't have to go to a shared space to park your car. It's a private entrance. So perfect for, people who want some privacy. And of course, we're right in the heart of courthouse. You're minutes to the courthouse metro station. You're also close to the Roslyn metro station on the Orange Line. So very convenient to just about everything. So I think that's it. If you guys have any questions.
Very nice. Good job, Shoshana. That was great.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what goes with what, but yes.
Yeah, no, it was great how you did that. And it's not always clear, but you have to be careful, obviously, with virtual staging, because not everybody is going to know that it's that's how it is. And, we don't want to do anything that's going to be misleading. So I'm very careful about identifying that within the listing and highlighting the fact that this is it with virtual staging, this is it without it. So when they come in, they're not surprised.
Right. Exactly.
And in relation to that, Shoshana, do you ever do a mock-up like on a poster board, on an easel at the listing, so that when people come through it, they see that?
So I think I've done that before. I didn't do that for this particular listing, but usually what I do is I have printouts of the staged rooms in the appropriate room so that they do have some visual, because I know that that's super important.
Yeah.
Nice. And where is the lobby located? Because I couldn't quite tell how the lobby like relates to the actual townhome.
So in that front shot, when you see all those steps going up, that's the front of the building. So the lobby is right once you go through those doors up the steps. That's where the lobby is, and then the unit is actually down the hall and around the corner. So it's not directly. I wouldn't say it's that close to the lobby, but you know, most people who, if they live there, then they usually use their garage entrance. They're not coming in through their lobby. It's mainly for guests.
Okay, nice. Lobby. Really
so the picture where they showed the stairwell, how many levels is the unit?
It's 3.
3 levels. Okay.
Yeah. So it is, again, it really is like a townhome. I mean, obviously you have the shared, you know, common areas and all of that. You know, so that's the condo component. But you know, it really does live like a townhome, like it's your own private space.
Okay.
The kitchen is just great, and I'm amazed at how much counter space and how many cabinets you have in the kitchen. And then when you said you have the pantry that's right next door.
Oh yeah, and we didn't see. I don't think I have an interior shot of the pantry, but it has a similar alpha shelving system as what you have in the mudroom. So you can definitely like go to Costco and toilet paper, just you know, dump down. Plenty of room for that.
I really like the wide plank flooring. That
it's beautiful.
Really
yeah, it's beautiful. And I'm seeing that a lot in newer construction homes as well. I think that's sort of a very popular element, and it's really beautiful. It makes things look light and bright.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, is it real hardwood or is it the luxury vinyl?
It's hardwood.
It's real. Okay.
Yeah.
Because nowadays they do them so well.
The LVP. I know it does. It looks great.
Yeah, it looks awesome. And I like the banisters, how the banisters, the dark wood, the contrast.
For contrast, yeah.
That's just kind of makes everything pop.
I wish I could take credit for it, but I mean, my clients are just very, you know, they have great taste. So
yeah,
it does look really nice.
Now, did they do, because you said it was recently remodeled, did they do all of those changes, or was, you know, like the banister?
They did everything. Okay. You know, the building was from 2010, so they refreshed things. You know, after 10 years, things need a little bit of improvement. So
nice. And I will say, I looked at the other units in the building, and this one is my favorite.
Oh,
so, yeah,
mine too.
So
it's for sale.
Yeah. Yes. So, Katie, do you have any other questions for Shoshana?
No, it looks great. It looks great.
Thank you.
Nice. And Phil, do you have any other ones?
No, it really looks good. Thank you. It was really good to see that. Yeah.
Now, because it's a condo, I'm going to ask, is there any other, so a lot of times condos have storage. Is there any other storage in the building?
No, not really. I mean, again, it really functions as sort of an individual, you know, like a townhome. So you do have that mudroom storage in the lower level. And then some people, like in their garage, where their parking spot is, they do have some shelving. And I don't know if that was depicted in the photo, but so people will, you know, have like a bike rack or something, and they'll have their own stuff there.
Okay. And then is it just one parking spot, or is it 2 spaces?
It's one spot.
One spot. Okay. And then
there is parking all along Road Street as well.
Okay, perfect. And Shoshana, are you having an open house anytime this weekend?
So we had one when we had first listed, and then I think we had a second one. Alyssa Laderack on my team had the second one. And I think it was that one day. Well, we've had a couple beautiful days, but it was literally like right when the sun came out and everyone was like, oh my God, it's so beautiful out. So we didn't have a tremendous amount of traffic, but interestingly, in the last week, I've had a ton of showings. So I don't know. It's so funny to me how, every week is different.
Mhm.
It could be a function of rates or just, people coming into town. But in the last couple of days, I've had several showings. So
Nice. Fingers crossed. Yes, the
Yes.
interest rates are down a little bit, so that could also be.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if anybody's watching this later on, and I forgot to ask you that, but we'll ask you as well.
Sure.
If anyone is watching this later on, and they have questions and would like to reach out to you, Shoshana, how can they reach you?
Oh, me or Phil?
Shoshana first.
Okay. They can call me, text me, email me, Shoshana@compass.com, or my cell 202-957-9399.
Nice. Okay. And Phil, since we forgot to ask Phil earlier, if
Sure.
anyone would like to reach him, Phil, how can they get in contact with you?
Sure. The email is philip.martin@lnf.com, and my mobile is 240-478-9332.
Awesome. Okay. Shoshana, thank you so much. I love both of your listings. And now we have a single detached family home. We're going to Maryland.
Woohoo!
Went from DC to Arlington, and now we're going to Maryland. So, Katie, you have the floor, and let's we'll take us. I'm putting us in the waiting room.
Great.
Thanks. So I am talking about 8307 Haddon in Tacoma Park. It's outside the city of Tacoma Park, so there's no Tacoma Park taxes, which is great. I guess Karen's going to put up the photographs, I think. We have a brand new build as of 2016. The sellers, he's a contractor, and he bought a house, lived in it for a few years, and then tore it down, leaving the facade, which is a way to get easy permits, but everything is permitted, so don't worry. It's got 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths up. And then on top of that, and you can't see it from the front, there's this amazing rooftop deck. Also, the former owner was a biologist at the Arboretum, so there's some really cool plantings in the front. But unfortunately, despite the blue sky, which is photoshopped, these exterior photos were taken on a very rainy day. Let's see. Here's the entryway. That is wallpaper on the left, which looks like tile. There's a coat closet there. And on the left-hand wall, as you walk in past the coat closet, there's an office with doors, which is great during the pandemic. He's a contractor builder, so that's where he prints all his large-scale blueprints and does all his ordering. You can see they've got, everything is new in this from top to bottom. It really does show like a house in the Palisades or Bethesda that would cost, double or triple what this one costs. They have shutters on all the windows, blinds rather. This is the kitchen, open concept, 6-burner gas stove, stainless appliances, seating there for 4, dual sinks, microwave over there next to the fridge, and that's a view the other way. And you can see that the front entry walks into it, and then you can also go through to the back to the dining area and the back deck. This is another view of the dining area. And actually, this is not staged. This is the owner's stuff. They just have really, really good taste. There's a better view of the slider to the back deck, which is a custom deck. They did copy the design on the previous deck, but they doubled the square footage when they rebuilt it. That is a wood-burning fireplace on the main level. You can see their changing table off to the side. I tried to get it out of the shot, but was unsuccessful. And they've got the baby gates up, and those are down currently. Incidentally, we're not having an open house for this one, but it is on the market through Monday, this coming Monday. The sellers are out of town. There is an offer deadline set of Monday, April 12th at noon. This is a powder room up on the top level. These are a little bit out of order, but anyway, that's a half bath. This is the master, or excuse me, now we call it the primary bedroom with the Juliet balcony and sliders there, recessed lighting. That is some straw wallpaper behind the bed. There are 2 walk-in closets there. his and his, or hers and hers, or hers and his, or theirs. You can also see the door to the ensuite bath that has heated floors. There you go. Dual vanities, a window to the back, and recessed lighting. This is the nursery. So this is bedroom number 2 on that level. They've got a full-size bed and a regular-sized crib in there. There's also a closet and 3 windows. It's quite spacious. That picture doesn't really show how spacious it is. This is the 3rd bedroom on that level. They're currently using it as a home office. They only have 1 child currently. So as I said, this is built by a contractor for his family, and his standards are super high. So really, really nice work. There's the closet, another view of that same bedroom, which faces the front of the property. Here's the hall bath. I don't think this one has heated floors, but I could be mistaken. Has a tub shower. And then the laundry is on that level too. In the back of that picture, you see the door to the laundry and the powder room. I'm sorry, linen closet. So there's the laundry up on pedestals. Now this is the stairs to the top level, which is above the bedroom level. It's kind of this well-kept secret. And there's a wet bar up there, another half bath, and wait for it, a rooftop deck, which overlooks the creek. So it's Long Branch Creek, it's parkland. There is a hiker biker path down below, but you can see we've got glass walls there. So it is very private, and it's quite high up. So it's effectively the 4th level. That's the view down. You can see the chicken palace there. It's a 2-story chicken coop with electricity and a separate heater. There's 2 magnolia trees back there and various other plantings. We have not done the landscaping, but we do have a landscaped architect's plan. We just haven't been able to get them on our schedule, or get on their schedule, I should say. It's a fully permitted wood fence around the back with a gate that does open to the hiker biker path. And you can see the deck there, and there is a patio on the lowest level. So they did really high quality. It's all hardwood floors throughout the house. This is the lower level. There's a 2nd wood fireplace. This is another family room. We've shot it here without quite all the baby stuff that they had. And it walks out to a patio that's at grade. This is the 4th bedroom, which could be an in-law suite or an au pair suite or a guest room. It has sliding glass doors to the back patio, a double closet, room for a bureau, and then there is a full bath on that level as well, right beside it, accessible by the hall, as well as 2 huge storage closets, which I don't believe I have pictures of. And this house is a smart home. It's totally pre-wired for electric lines, which it doesn't currently have, but it's all hardwired. And then there are sprinklers because it's a new build because of the size of it. It's approximately 3,000 square feet, and it's up to code. It also has a warranty from the seller because he is a builder. And a funny side note, this is just anecdotal. I had the photos of the interior done and sent them to the sellers, and the gentleman was really, all he could see was what needed to be regrouted and redone instead of how beautiful it was. And so that's those same photos you just saw. So after those photos were taken, he regrouted everything and cleaned, power washed everything. And it's just really spectacular. So. We're currently listed at 1.195 million. We started off as a Compass private exclusive, but we decided that our best bet was to go live and put it on Central Lock so that it would be in the MLS. We've had a ton of showings. We don't have any offers in hand yet, but like I said, the offer deadline is Monday at noon, and we have 2 registered, but nothing in hand yet. So anyway,
Awesome.
great house.
Great house is Yeah, it's fabulous, stunning house. I was just trying, I think I was trying to figure out the layout, but I got one wrong, but I think I got everything else.
I have floor plans online.
Okay.
I think they can be downloaded by the public in homesnap or compass.com. And so the main level is kitchen, dining room, living room, half bath, office, coat closet. The lower level is second den, fourth bathroom, fourth bedroom, fifth bathroom, 2 storage rooms, and also room for a ping pong table. It's quite big. And then the bedroom level is 3 bedrooms, laundry, linen closet, hall bath, and primary suite with 2 closets, ensuite with double vanities and balcony. And then the top level is the half bath, the wet bar, and the rooftop deck, which will be amazing for entertaining when we're through with COVID. It also faces what I believe would be the sunrise. So I could just imagine sitting up there with a cup of coffee and the newspaper and, the dog and just blissing out. I mean, you just hear birds singing and the creek rushing, and it's just, you don't hear noise. It's also, Haddon is a totally quiet street. I've lived in Tacoma Park for 18 years and I never knew it existed until January.
Wow.
It's really tucked away. So
now the chicken coop. Do the chickens come in the chicken coop?
So it does. There are currently no inhabitants. There are no tenants that convey, but it's all ready to go. They used to have chickens, hens.
I was going to ask you what that was, because when I looked down, I said, "Is that a shed or what?"
No, it's a chicken palace. He made it for his wife, and it's fully electric. There's also exterior lighting in the landscaping as well. I forgot to mention that. But the chicken palace has electricity, so there is a heater that can heat it in the winter, and a couple of nest boxes, and it's ready to go. It's ready for new inhabitants, new tenants.
Yeah, if there's some people that are into chickens or kids or kiddos that want, to have some chickens.
It's really trendy right now in our.
It's like it's a COVID pet. The chicken is like the COVID pet.
Totally.
I know so many people that have those chicken coops. They're fun,
Shoshana, are you allowed to have roosters in Virginia?
No, that's the one thing. In fact, I had a listing recently where they had a chicken coop on either side of the listing. And literally it was everybody who came to see it, they went in the backyard, they're like,
chickens everywhere.
They were concerned about it. And that was the first thing that I had mentioned because, of course, nobody wants roosters. And that's why we have that.
Yeah. No, there's a local ordinance as well in Tacoma Park. So
yeah,
no cockadoodle-doing at 4 a.m. So.
Right.
Just lots of fresh farm eggs to decorate or eat.
Nice. Katie, the kitchen, the waterfall in the kitchen is gorgeous. The kitchen is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it is really, really nice. I want that kitchen. And my husband, I wanted to bring him to see it, but he said, "Oh, I'll just have house envy." And I would buy it myself, but I need 6 bedrooms, not 4.
Okay.
So many.
How big is the yard? Is there room to expand?
The house itself, I wouldn't want to expand because it's all glass along the back and it looks out over the parkland. So you would lose the deck or the patio if you expanded. What there's room for is the installation of landscaping or an additional terrace down on the lower level. And like I said, the sellers had this whole landscape architecture plan, and I've got a printout of that available too. Schematic, but not yet executed. And so our thinking is basically that the buyer would want to do their own thing. They're definitely going to want to leave the magnolias because they're just gorgeous. I mean, it's raining pink flowers right now in the backyard. Oh, wow. And the peonies were just stunning. Those are already done. It's a great yard for dogs because there's a wooden fence all the way around and you can access it from the 2 sides, like a airline. The 2 sides, and it goes all the way around the back, and it's secure. So, and the house also has a Nest thermostat system with dual HVAC, and there's a passive, a special backup water system. If it were to lose power and water pressure, there is a supplemental tank which is ginormous in one of those supply rooms, which would, I guess that's what you do when you live in a masterpiece and you're worried about it, catching fire. You have something like that.
Wow.
And really quiet neighborhood, lots of kids, street parking, and just really sweet community.
Katie, when was the renovation done?
So it was begun in 2015 and finished in 2016. So the tax record currently is incorrect.
Okay.
It's outside of the city limits of Tacoma Park, despite its 20912 area code. But the taxes will wind up being a whole lot lower than if you were closer to the metro. But on the flip side, they're also working on the Purple Line, and there's going to be a station really close by.
Oh.
Ultimately, it's on several bus lines, and it's halfway between sort of downtown Tacoma Park and downtown Silver Spring. So it's very centrally located, and it's part of the Montgomery-Blair cluster for the public schools.
Okay.
Nice. Phil, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, and Katie, I think you said this, but how many square feet is this?
We think it's approximately 3,000. I haven't sat down. I have the floor plans with all the measurements, but it's in feet and inches, so it's an approximation.
Okay.
But the tax record currently shows the square footage for the previous time they bought it 8 years ago, so that's incorrect because they tore down the entire house. In fact, I think he even rebuilt the brick facade because it didn't match.
Right.
He's such a perfectionist, so.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's great. And you said you're not holding an open house, but
just due to COVID concerns, they did not wish to have an open house. So it's I can help with showings if somebody's unable to get to. I live nearby, but it is on Central Lock, and agents can book showings using Showing Time.
Okay. And go ahead and you can give us your information if anybody's watching later and they want to see it or they have questions about it.
The best thing to do is to text me at 301-793-7954. Then you don't have to worry about spelling my last name correctly, but my email is katie.bocock@compass.com. But I'm on the run right now, and this is the only way to catch me.
Nice. Well, any of us, if you guys don't have an agent that you're working with, any of us can show it as well. So reach out to any of us.
That's true.
Katie, thank you. It's pretty awesome. Shauna, there was one question I forgot to ask you about the condo. Is there a condo fee?
There is, yes. It's $560 a month.
Okay. And what
That's the condo fee
that covers?
It covers, the reserves, common area, maintenance of, garage area. There aren't any specific amenities within the building, just because of the proximity to all the gyms and everything locally. So,
okay, awesome.
Nice.
Okay, well, guys, that's our time. Thank you so much, Katie, for sharing your wonderful house that's in Tacoma Park. Thank you, Shoshana, for your chic condo that's in Arlington. And Phil, thank you so much for the wonderful duplexes in Trinidad. So you guys, if you're just coming in now, you have to go back and see these great listings, one in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Thank you guys again. And thank you guys for tuning in to watch New Listings at Noon, where every week I bring on realtors in the DMV area and they come on and talk about current listings that they have on the market. I'm Karen Ringo and we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.